You have reached the summit, haven't you? Or perhaps you are simply halfway up the mountain, pausing to catch your breath, only to realize that the air up here is too thin to sustain you. It isn't just that you are tired. We know what tired feels like. Tired is a physical debt paid to a hard day's work. This is different. This is a silence that has opened up in the center of your chest, a quiet alarm ringing in an empty room. You look at the things you were supposed to want, the career, the stability, the accolades, the routine, and they look like stage props. Flat, two-dimensional. There is a terrifying moment in the human experience when the momentum of doing finally runs out. When the engine of ambition stalls, not because it is broken, but because the driver has forgotten the destination. You are experiencing the exhaustion of the soul, not the body. It is the specific, heavy ache of pouring yourself into a vessel that has no bottom. We are taught that meaning is a result of motion, that if we just keep moving, keep acquiring, keep building, the why will eventually reveal itself. But what happens when the motion stops? What happens when the noise of your own effort dies down and you are left alone with the echo? This is the void. It is not a sign of failure. It is the first honest question you have asked yourself in years. To understand this silence, we must look at the architecture of our modern existence. We live in an era of performative purpose. We are told from childhood that our value is extrinsic, measured by what we produce, not who we are. We treat our lives like a checklist of existential groceries, rushing down the aisles, grabbing the milestones we were told to want. But the existential perspective reveals a cruel paradox. The harder you run toward a meaning defined by others, the further you drift from the meaning defined by your own spirit. Consider the myth of Sisyphus. We are all familiar with the man condemned to roll the boulder up the hill for eternity. But the tragedy of Sisyphus isn't the weight of the rock, it is the absurdity of the repetition. You feel this now, don't you? The emails, the meetings, the maintenance of a social avatar. It is the rolling of the stone. And when you stop to ask, what is this for? The silence that answers you is deafening. This is what the philosophers call the absurd. It is the conflict between the human tendency to seek inherent value and meaning in life and the humanly impossible inability to find any in a chaotic universe. We try to fill this void with noise. We scroll until our eyes burn. We work until our nervous systems fray. We consume experiences like fast food, hoping one of them will nourish the starving part of us. But you cannot feed a soul with distraction. The exhaustion you feel is actually a form of grief. You are grieving the time you spent sleepwalking. You are grieving the version of yourself that believed the promise, if I do this, I will be happy. Time is the currency we are most terrified of spending, yet we throw it away on things that do not matter to the core of who we are. We live in the not yet. We tell ourselves, I will find meaning when I get the promotion, or I will feel complete when I find the partner. We mortgage the present moment for a future that, when it arrives, feels exactly like the past. This is the danger of the void. If you do not face it, it consumes you. It turns into cynicism. It turns into a bitterness that rots the foundation of your life. You become a ghost in your own machine, going through the motions, smiling when required, but internally, you have already checked out. You are waiting for a permission slip to stop pretending. Consider this your permission. So, how do we speak to the void? How do we find meaning when the lights have gone out? The answer lies not in finding a new mountain to climb, but in realizing you never needed to climb the mountain to begin with. The existentialists, Camus, Sartre, Kierkegaard, they didn't see the void as a trap. They saw it as a canvas. If the universe offers no inherent meaning, then you are terrifyingly, beautifully free to create your own. The silence you are feeling is not an end. It is a clearing. It is the forest fire that burns away the dead wood so that something new can grow. You must stop looking for meaning out there and start cultivating it in here. This requires a shift from ambition to resonance. Ambition asks, "What can I achieve?" Resonance asks, "What makes me feel alive?" It is often the small things. The way the light hits the floorboards at 4 p.m., the taste of coffee in a quiet kitchen, the sound of rain against the glass. These are not trivialities. They are the anchors of existence. They are the moments where time stops and you are simply being. You must begin the work of the rebuilding in the dark. This means sitting with the discomfort of not knowing. It means allowing yourself to be unproductive. It means staring into the abyss and, instead of flinching, asking it what it wants to teach you. Maybe the meaning of life isn't a destination. Maybe it's the temperature of the water when you wash your dishes. Maybe it's the specific timbre of a friend's laugh. You have to reclaim your time from the future. The future is a ghost. The past is a memory. The only place where meaning can exist is right now. When you stop trying to impress the world, you can finally start inhabiting it. You realize that you are not a human doing, you are a human being. And that being is enough. The exhaustion comes from holding up a mask. Put it down. Let your face breathe. Meaning is not found in the grand narrative. It is found in the footnotes. It is found in the margins. It is found in the quiet rebellion of choosing to enjoy a moment that has no transactional value. The void is not your enemy. It is your teacher. It has come to tell you that the old way of living is dead, and that is a good thing. It means you are ready for what is real. You do not need to have the answers today. You do not need a 5-year plan for your soul. You just need to listen to the quiet. Trust that when you stop forcing the river, it will flow exactly where it needs to go. Be patient with yourself in this season of winter. The spring will come, but not because you forced it. It will come because you rested long enough to let the roots deepen. The silence is not empty. It is full of answers you haven't learned how to hear yet.